Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the West. I'm Donnie B.GotDaBeats. You already know what time it is. We're getting planes flying, man. You know I'm joined with my brother Nicholas Baker. What's going on with you, Nick?
What's happening, man? Just another man. Sunday. Switch the words up on you. You know what it is. NFL games playing in the background, doing what we do.
Exactly, man. Shout out to that good old football team. You know, we eat that win out. So, I'm just going to throw that out there. Let that stick. You know what I'm saying? But we're going to get into it. Today's guest, man, we so honored to have this brother on. Real funny dude, man. But followed him since I was watching Black Ink Crew, celebrity tattoo artist, personality, CEO of Drip Tattoo Collective. OhShit. What's going on with you, man?
What's good, everybody? How y'all feeling?
Yes,
hey, man,
indeed.
the best life.
Yeah, I see you said you watching the games. Who you rooting for?
I'm a football team fan, man.
Yeah.
So that's that. My second team is the Rams because I'm out here in LA, but I'm ready for DC.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say I see y'all in Cali. That's like my dream place to be. I love California. Like I be in the Bay a lot. I be in San Francisco a lot because that's where my wife is from.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
That's where he at.
That's where I'm at.
Yeah, LA. I've only been there one time. Yeah, these two little monsters, they coming in the room to say what's up.
No doubt, family man. Nah, I'm in the Bay, man. So I'm rooting for the Raiders. I'm a Raiders fan all day.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Even though they in Vegas, you know what it is.
Even though they in Vegas, yeah.
Yeah. Who you run with?
Who your squad?
Oh, I got the best team in the league, the Jets, baby.
Oh, okay. We'll let you live in that.
Yeah, a lot of hard times.
I was like, look, you telling jokes from the get-go, huh?
Yeah. You said that was funny.
All right, man. Well, listen, we do no shucking, we do no jiving, we get right to the takeoff. So we're gonna jump right into the questions and get to it. All right, first question, as always, is who is Rich, aka OhShit?
I am what I am. I'm an enigma rapper, anomaly. I'm a tattoo artist, person who I live my dream. I got a chance to do what I love, like my passion. Like I do it for a living, and it's dope, man. Like I take pride in my work, like for real. Like not everybody could get a chance to wake up every morning and do exactly what their passion is. So like I'm grateful for that.
No doubt. This is kind of branch off of that question of so is there a difference between Richard and OhShit, or is it all the same?
It's pretty much it's all the same. It's all the same. The name, all right, everybody always wants to know where OhShit came from. Like it's really pretty simple. It's like one of the first things that people say whenever that needle hits the skin. It's just like, oh shit, it's about to go down. Oh shit, this shit hurt. Oh shit. So the name kind of stuck with me, like from young, from when I was first tattooing people, from when my tattoos weren't so great.
Got it.
Yeah, man. Now people say "oh shit" because once the reveal shows, you see everything. The tattoo looks amazing. They're like, "Oh shit, this shit look good." Back then, it wasn't so much.
Like, oh shit, what is this?
I can't believe I paid you to do this.
Well, listen, man. You talking about your beginnings? How exactly did you get started tattooing?
I was lucky enough to grow up in a neighborhood in New York. Like I'm from the Bronx. In the area where I grew up, everybody was like graffiti writers. So I've been writing graffiti for as long as I can remember. So a lot of the older guys, they transitioned into tattooing. So I've been hanging out in tattoo shops since I was 14 years old. So all of the graffiti artists were tattoo artists. And then they were just they put me on game. They were just like, you know what? There's no point in getting arrested for writing your name on walls whenever you could, write your name on people's skin, and something that lives forever. You immortalize yourself on people.
Yeah, that's real. Yeah. So that might be one of the things you might have answered the next question, but let's see. What do you love most about being a tattoo artist?
There's a lot of things that I love the most. I love having a connection with people. People, it's really like having a real therapy session. You get a chance to know somebody once they're under the needle. They will tell you their whole life story. And I'll tell them mine. I love having that, that back and forth banter with people, joking, building relationships with people. Yeah. I wind up being at people's houses who started off just being clients. Some of my best friends were just started off being tattoo clients, but now we really connected and bonded.
That's real. That's real. One of the artists I go to out here, they was telling me they did a piece on somebody that was like in memory of somebody who had passed.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He was just like, damn, it felt heavy to have that important of a piece of
job, yeah.
Somebody, you know what I mean? And be like,
definitely.
He felt honored to do it, but like definitely the pressure of like
the pressure is on. Yeah, like for me personally, that's why I don't do portraits for people who have passed away and stuff like that, because it puts a lot of pressure on me, because I know that this tattoo is going to mean a lot for you, and like if I don't get Nana the right way that you remember her, then it's going to bother me.
Yeah. That's facts.
Well, speaking of that, what is your favorite? Like, what's your coveted art that you?
My art style, like I'm more like a neo-traditional, like graffiti and street style inspired kind of tattoo artist. Like I don't really do too much color. I like to do black and gray. Keep it like real street style, real gritty. You know, like my style, it is what it is. Like I'll do a little bit of it all. Like I'll do a little bit of portrait work if I need to, but I'd rather just stick to what I know.
What was your best piece that you feel that was your best piece that you look back and like, I did that shit right there?
It's hard to say. I mean, like I've been tattooing for like 15 years. Like there's been a couple of great pieces that I've done. Like one of my homeboys who he's a rapper in New York, Love Blue. I tattooed like his whole body. He was one of my first clients. Like everything that's on him, like literally his whole body from like the head down to the foot, like whole body tatted. Like he's probably one of my favorite walking pieces of artwork. He's like a billboard. Like anytime I got to go to a convention, that's the first person I think of.
Nice.
Okay. So tell us about Drip Tattoo Collective.
Drip Tattoo Collective. It started out just an idea, because originally I knew that I wanted to open up a tattoo shop, but I didn't know if I was ready to open up a tattoo shop. So I thought about opening a ink line at first. So the name of the ink was going to be called Drip because of, well, for one, every piece of artwork that I do and paint, it typically has drips in it because of the graffiti inspiration. But whenever you line your ink caps up, whenever you drop in the ink in the caps, you do like all black, 2 drops of black, 3 drops of black, and then you'll mix it, like you'll cut it with like some glycerin or something like that to get good gray washes. So like I was just gonna have my ink line called Drip, but then I decided, you know what, that'll be cool and all, but I really want to, showcase my work and get a good team of artists out. And like I do right now, I have a great solid crew, so they're all slinging some good work.
Nice.
And you down in Georgia, right?
Yeah. I'm in. Outside of Atlanta, what I call Atlanta is not what the people from Atlanta would call Atlanta. Where I'm in Jonesboro.
Yeah, that's how it always is. People that ain't Atlanta. That's this. So that's how it is. People from there.
I say I'm 15 minutes from the Atlanta airport, so technically I can say that like I'm in Atlanta.
Yeah, you there. So what made you go? What made you choose Georgia? Like what made you choose?
Well, originally when I was in New York. My wife, she had an interior decorating company, and she had clients who were out here in the Atlanta area. So we came down to do the installation, and before I knew it, I was asking people how much their mortgage in their house was, and their mortgage was way cheaper than what I was paying for rent. And I had a 2-bedroom, and I was paying a lot. Like I was paying like $800 more than what I'm paying for my house now, and I got like 5 bedrooms. So like, it was a no-brainer. After a month or after I did the installation, me and my wife got together, we talked about it, and we decided that, we was going to take our talents down south. Plus, it was the same time that Caesar first opened up the Black Ink Atlanta, so I had a place to tattoo. When I originally came, I was tattooing at Black Ink Atlanta.
Got it. Yeah, that money definitely stretched different down south.
Man.
Yeah, definitely.
For sure. All right, so do you feel that Black tattoo artists get enough respect in the industry?
I don't feel that Black tattoo artists get enough respect in the industry, because it's been like I've been in the industry for about 15 years. But like when I was coming up, it was so hard for me to get an apprenticeship. It was just like door after door getting closed in my face, where there wasn't a lot of people who were sharing their knowledge of tattooing with a Black person. So everything that I learned, this is before the YouTube stage. This is before you could, figure everything out on your own.
Yeah.
Now, like I had to like really learn. I had to get an apprenticeship and like someone who was willing to give it to me. And after that, like it's just like we didn't like they treat us like like we're second rate. Like yeah, he's good for a black guy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like there's one of my artists. There's one of my artists, Greg Brown. He's amazing. Like he's probably like the best artist that I have at my shop. And it's to the point to where he wanted to show his work, but he didn't want to show who he was because people would automatically assume that he was a white guy because his work is so amazing. And whenever they would see his book and stuff and see who he was, they'd be like, "You did this?"
Yeah, yeah.
Like they couldn't believe it.
It's shit crazy. We in 2021 and it's still
like people can't believe that like black people are the creative like waterfall. Like everything comes through us.
Yeah.
1,000%.
How do you think shows like Black Ink like have impacted though like black artists? Do you think it's made a change? Like any dent in the game? Like
shows like Black Ink. All right, Black Ink got a bad rap when we first started because people were saying that it was all about drama and it didn't show enough artwork. But what it has done is make the community of black artists who were out there get in touch with each other and come out and start showcasing their work. And like I've met so many black artists in the past few years since I've been on Black Ink that it's crazy. Like especially here in Atlanta, this is why I love Atlanta. Atlanta is the home of the black tattoo artists, the black creative, just black creativity. It lives here, it thrives here, and I love it.
Nice. Well, I mean that dives right into the next question, and like you said, one of the things, but like, how has being on the TV series like impacted your day-to-day life, and do you have any regrets?
The show, it really has impacted my life. I mean, like I was on the show for 9 years. I mean, like I grew up on television. I went like my children have grown up on television, so the way that I would respond to things like 9-10 years ago aren't the same way that I would respond to things now. Like if I could change certain things, it was just knowing the power to say that I could say no to certain scenes.
Right.
Like I could control my own narrative because it sucks when you have other people telling your story for you instead of you telling it yourself. I mean, like there were a few regrets because I feel like I wasn't represented to the true myself. Myself wasn't really represented to the way that I would like to be represented to the world. But it was what it was, and like I wouldn't change anything because it's helped me a lot. Like, and it helps me help other people because like I don't drink, like I'm sober, so people who reach out to me just because like they're battling with addiction or alcoholism, and like I hit them up, I respond to them, I talk to them all the time, and I'm just like, you know what, like just gotta take it one day at a time. Like I do my meetings and stuff, my 12-step meetings. Like it's cool, and like I can still be dope and be sober at the same time. So I just let people know that.
Yeah, no, shout out to that, man, for sure.
Yeah, real live. And let me ask you real quick. How could you quantify, put it into a percentage when people start talking about reality TV? Because like you said, a lot of wasn't really, you weren't really representing yourself to 100%, right? So how much of the reality TV propaganda is really actually reality and versus scripted?
I'd say everybody's personal journey is different. For me, my journey, like on the first episode of Black Ink, things happened that were heavily influenced by the production side of things and not what was going on in my real life. And there's been like I can't really put a percentage on it, but there were certain things like from the first season until the last season was probably the only season where things didn't really get caught up in like what happened, what didn't really happen.
Yeah.
Right.
As the show went on, it's hard to make a television show. Sometimes you gotta put certain things in place to get the drama that you necessarily need.
Yeah,
right.
I figured like production has to say like, look, we got to get the show to be on, and we got to make it work. We got
like sometimes, like for instance, like sometimes it might be like like, all right, well, you guys got to talk about this, so you guys don't want to talk about it, but we're gonna make you talk about it. So once you talk, then it's not like y'all would have probably kept that to yourselves the whole time, but once the conversation happens, then
whatever happens from there.
Yeah, whatever happens from there happens from there.
Right.
Got it. Well, I mean, you talked about your representation, so the next question kind of leads into that. What's or maybe not, but what's one big misconception people have about you?
The misconception that people have about me is that, well, for one, was that like I'm some kind of ladies' man or like wild boy, and like I be bugging out. Like, truthfully, I was in a serious relationship with most of all of the women that I was with, like ever since my mom's passed away. Like, I'm a habitual relationshiper. Like, I don't like to be alone. Don't like to be alone. Like, I don't be, cheating on a bunch of women most of the time. But it's happened on the show. Another common misconception is that like I'm a wild boy. Like, I'd rather be in the house. Like, I'm a homebody. Like, I'll be in the house playing 2K and Call of Duty. Like, right. I don't be out in the clubs like that no more.
Hey, look,
I need that gamer tag, bro. I need that gamer tag. I can see what's up.
Yeah, I'll definitely. All right, 2K. It gets real. It gets real. I ain't gonna lie. I got one homeboy who I ain't beaten like 5 years, but it gets real.
Okay, we heard it there. We're gonna have to get them gamer tags. Make sure the challenges out there going. All right. So the next thing we got is hypothetically speaking. On Two Flu West, we do hypothetically speaking.
Yep.
All right. So if you could tattoo any two people, past, present, with us or not, who would it be?
One person who's here now today, some person who I've been trying to speak into existence is Machine Gun Kelly. I think that he would appreciate the art that I do.
Okay.
I think like if I had a little space tattoo on him, it would be cool. And if I could tattoo somebody else, it would probably be Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson. I had a crazy story. Crazy Michael Jackson story. Like, I tattooed one of his nieces before, and it was crazy. Like, I seen her walking down the street in Harlem. I tried to bag her, and she wasn't with it. So I went back to work, and like a few hours later, she happens to walk in the tattoo shop to get a tattoo, and she wanted to get a tribute to Michael Jackson. I was just like, all right, this is cool. And as we're doing the tattoo, she doesn't say like outright that I'm Michael Jackson's niece.
Yeah.
But we're doing the tattoo, and then like she says certain like clues, but like I'm not paying attention. So I do the tattoo or whatever. We vibe. We had a good time. I was like, all right, I'm gonna see you later. I just so happened to be the dweeb that I am, and like, what? Let me Google somebody real quick. So I Googled her, and I come to find out that was Michael Jackson's niece, and I'm just like, oh, all right. Well, it makes sense why she's doing music and while she had this love for Michael Jackson.
Yeah, real talk.
Well, she knew so much.
You win some, you lose some.
Yeah, that's right.
I wonder what the hell Michael would get. Like what?
Right.
Michael Jackson.
What would he get? You got to get the Michael Jackson bad. He would have to get that.
You're right. You think of things that people would get to honor Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
What would Michael Jackson actually get for himself? Like, interesting.
Right.
Cool. All right. Well, we got another question. And hypothetically speaking, it is: if you were asked to do a TV show that followed Drip Tattoo Collective, would you do it?
I would do that in a heartbeat, just because of the simple fact that Atlanta needs a show about tattoo artists in Atlanta. Like New York got theirs. Atlanta needs a show about tattoo artists in Atlanta, because there's so many dope artists out here. And I only want it to be about my shop, because my shop, like everybody who works at a tattoo shop, period, is an eclectic personality, because they obviously don't want to work, corporate jobs.
Mm-hmm.
But everybody has their own distinct personalities. Like, there's one girl who works at my shop, CJ, who she went to school. She got her master's in psychology, and this chick wants to be a tattoo therapist, like literally tattoo therapy.
Okay.
So like, it's crazy. Like, you get all of these personalities together, you put them together, you're bound to get something entertaining.
Amen to that.
Hey, she might be on to something that right there.
Yeah.
Like, for real, because getting tattoos is definitely therapy to me. Like, I'd be like, look.
Yeah,
I need to go get some ink, man. Shit been crazy lately.
Anytime I'm going through something, I get that tattoo. Oh, you ain't got none?
I ain't got none. I'm a baby.
Oh, they still make people like you?
They broke the mold and made me though, bro.
Right.
Hey, look, I'm gonna come find you when I'm ready to get that though.
Yes,
Yeah, don't worry. We also do paintings and stuff too. So if you need something to hang up in the studio or something like that,
there it is. Get that artwork. Get that original black art. I love it. Cool. All right. So the next question is one that we always throw out there that's pretty interesting to get people's opinions. What's one not so popular opinion that you have? Now, this may be as simple as saying like a hot dog.
I already know. All right,
you got it. Cool.
People gonna get mad at me for saying this. People gonna get real mad. I don't believe that dogs are pets for the house.
Okay.
I don't.
Okay.
I don't believe that dogs are pets for the house. Keep them outside if you gotta have them. I don't want no dog on my couch. Hey. Some girl, she came to the tattoo shop. She brought her little pocket dog in the shop, and the shit shitted in the middle of the floor. And I'm just like, you gonna bring this rat in here, just shit on my floor? Like, you gotta clean this up.
Hey, that's real talk. Like that's like it used to be like that. Like my grandparents definitely was. They grew up. They was in the country, and dogs did not come in the house.
Dogs don't come in the house.
It was like they outside. They got a dog house. They put a leash on them that can run in a big circle.
Yeah.
Look, that's your space.
Mm-hmm.
Not coming up in this house.
Yep. I'm not for the kissing the dogs in the mouth. I'm like, dogs are cool, but like I keep them at a distance. It's because I got bit by a dog too when I was younger. So after that, I was just like, y'all can have those Mongols.
Well, I'm definitely a dog person. I'm the one. Look, my wife out there walking our dog right now as we speak.
Yeah.
So I will say we got two of them, so they in here heavy.
Yeah.
It is not.
I already know. Like, and the thing is, I know so many people who got dogs and love dogs. Like my mother-in-law. Like, you can't like all animals. Like, she will collect them. And I grew up having like all kinds of animals. Another reason why I don't like dogs anymore is because when I went away to college, my dog got given away.
Okay.
I came back, my dog was gone, and after that, I was just like, you know what? I had a dog named Duchess, a brown pit bull. Like, it was amazing.
Not even gonna touch it, bro. We going
right, that's hilarious. The dog is named Duchess.
Hey, listen, I'm a dog person too. We got a cat. It's my girlfriend cat, and but my thing is I don't mind dogs. I don't mind pets. It's just I don't like cats' attitudes because cats act like they own them.
Cats, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Preposterous animals. You know what I mean? So I just
I definitely feel that cats. Sure, that, and I don't like having to change the litter box.
Yeah.
Then there's that.
Like, I don't want to have to change the litter box. Like, I've been to people's houses before where their house smell like litter box, and I'm just like, nah.
Yeah. That shit is hard to get out. Like, okay,
that shit is hard to get out.
Woo.
Mm-hmm.
You got something righteous in here, boy. Woo.
For real. You got a cat and heat, and then be doing that. They be pissing. That stuff stink.
Yeah, that shit is no good. Good. And cats be like, fuck you. Cats be looking at you, they like, you, and they be like, nah, fuck you.
Exactly.
Right.
Preposterous.
So, I grew up having reptiles though. Like, I grew up having a lot of reptiles. I had snakes, I had geckos, I had dragon geckos, I had a dragon, I had a chameleon. Like, I grew up with iguanas. Like, I had them all. I killed an iguana by mistake because I didn't know that my first iguana. I didn't know you wasn't supposed to have a heating rock. You're supposed to have a lamp. So I put the heating rock in there and I cooked that shit. I came home from school, that shit was cooked. I had the whole house smelling like burnt iguana. It was a learning lesson. Definitely a learning lesson.
You just hit me to some shit because I definitely had a couple of iguanas with heating rocks and all their ass died. So
that's what it was. Yeah.
I had one and we had to take it out.
Yeah.
So I told him.
Hey, look, I got sick of that. One of them, I let his ass go. Because he kept hitting me with his tail.
With his tail? Yeah.
I took that motherfucker up the street and said, you are free.
Right. Go on. You want to be outside so bad.
Hey, be on your way. You ain't going to keep hitting me with your goddamn tail. I said, you hit me one more time, you out of here. So I learned early that reptiles wasn't my thing.
I kept on trying. Like, I had one from when I was 5 until I was about like 25, 27.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, I had a turtle.
Long-term joint. Yes, sir. Okay, cool. All right, so we about to hop into 2 cents. And on this segment of the show, we basically just talk about some topics that are happening in our universe right now and get your 2 cents on them. So the first one is definitely a controversial one. I've heard many different thoughts and opinions on this one, but now that the guilty verdict has been handed down to R. Kelly, do you think people should stop listening to his music?
You know, as much as I want to say yes, I personally don't believe so. R. Kelly was an artist, and I think that you have to be able to separate the art from the man. I mean, like, look at Van Gogh. Van Gogh was technically insane. I'm pretty sure that people probably shunned him back in the day, but they loved his artwork.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he definitely did some shit back in the day that was unsavory and frowned upon. But you got to separate the person from the art. And like I personally, R. Kelly's music is tied to certain memories in my life where I can remember exactly where I was, what I was doing, how I felt, and the emotions that were tied with that as growing up as an adolescent. So,
Yeah.
I mean, like music, especially black music. Black music has this effect on you that it makes you remember all of that stuff.
Yeah, no, that's completely real. Donnie, you got any thoughts?
I think I agree with OhShit. I mean, I think it's you show me a perfect man and I show you some bullshit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And not to say that I condone it at all. I got dogs.
I don't. Yeah, I don't.
You know what I'm saying? So I don't condone it whatsoever. But I mean, again, listening to his music, I'm gonna listen to his music. That's like okay. And I know people ain't really gonna understand this, and we're gonna lose some ratings. But like, I got mad Redskins jerseys in there. I'm wearing my damn Redskins jersey, and because they, most of them are Sean Taylor jerseys. You're not gonna tell me I can't wear my Sean Taylor jersey because you don't like the name. And I get it, and I totally do, and I don't want to be insensitive to it, but it represents something for me, right? So in a situation with R. Kelly, it's like, well, look, what the stuff that he's done, topically, musically, that's art, and you can't question it because it is what it is. You know what I mean? Now, like you said, he's just he has some very huge flaws that he needs to work on, and they gonna help him through that, whether or not he wants to be helped through it or not.
Whether or not he wants to be helped or not, you're right about that.
So, the chickens come home to roost as far as I'm concerned. So, I mean, he gonna get that part. You know what I mean? And that's that.
If he was out, I definitely wouldn't go to an R. Kelly concert.
Yeah, and I think that's what it is. I think there's certain ways that you definitely not gonna condone the things he did, and I don't equate listening to his music as condoning what he did, though some people do equate it that way. I definitely think I think he has a mental sickness as well that people preyed upon. You know what I'm saying? And I think part of this discussion has been about should the parents be held accountable too? Those parents that kind of fed.
Most definitely, yeah. Like I agree. I'm just like, he wasn't doing this all alone by himself.
Yeah, exactly. Like if you knew he was, even quote unquote supposed to be this predator, why would you be okay with your child going there?
Big facts.
Unless you wanted something out of the deal, you thought something was going to come from it. So I definitely think they should be held accountable. But I do think his music should be separated from what it is. And D.L. Hughley put out a great quote about it where he talked about. He said, "Yeah, I'm gonna still listen to it because we still sing the Star Spangled Banner, which was actually written during slavery. And America hasn't forgiven all the crimes that they have done, but we still sing this song." So,
right.
But
it's the same concept.
They also try to make us, what it was, unpatriotic and un-American for not.
Yeah, exactly. That's a fact.
So we are forced in that respect. But I definitely agree with what he's saying. I understand what he's saying about that for sure.
Cool. All right. Second question, which I don't think is really a question, but it came up, so we're gonna throw it out there.
Yeah.
Is Drake on Michael Jackson's status now?
Never. Well, I mean, not say never, but no, he's not. He's not. Michael Jackson was performing since he was like, what, 5 years old until he was like 45? 4 or 5 decades worth of performing, doing shows, entertaining people, making music. I mean, like, Drake is good, but Drake hasn't had that kind of longevity.
Yeah. I'll go for you before you, Donnie. Look, hell no. And I'll double down on what you said, Rich. I'll be like, never. It ain't gonna happen. Like, one, like you said, Mike just had the from the childhood piece that Drake can't get back. And then two, look, Mike had grown ass men passing out over him.
That's right out of my mouth.
That's what I'll say. That's what I would say. Michael Jackson status is different. Like it hit different. Like you see his face, you had people passing out and crying like they saw God.
Yeah, it's different.
It's
different.
Yeah,
and a completely different time. You had a time where some people didn't even have TVs in their house, and all they could do was listen to them records.
And that's what makes it more like Mike didn't have social media. Mike didn't have the internet like that. Mike had to do this on the ground. Like Mike was out there in real life building this type of fan base.
Yes,
you know what I mean? So like, I mean, and even thinking about platinum, like the albums that sell the most right now. Like an album that's gonna get the most sales is gonna have like, let's say 800,000 spins or streams in a week, right?
Yeah.
Mike is hitting millions in a week. Like it's just different. Like the times, like you said,
and the time where people were standing online to get these albums. People would like go out and stand online. Like it was completely different. Now, if you want a Drake, all you got to do is click. But like you didn't have to wait on a 10-hour line to go get a Drake.
Yeah, people used to sit up at night waiting for the Michael Jackson video to drop.
Yep,
that shit was
waiting for his apparel, the little jacket.
Michael Jackson had a video game. I was just talking about this the other day. Michael Jackson had a video game. I was playing that game for Nintendo. Michael Jackson.
Yes.
Nigga was throwing stars and shit. I was just like, yo.
He moonwalk on your ass.
Right. Drake done got no video game yet.
Hey, Michael used to toss the hat.
I'm telling you. You remember the
game? Hey, that's real shit. I don't even know how this one came up. But go ahead, Donnie.
No, I was just saying. My thing is this. I mean, just the ancillary rights to things. Just like Drake has never ever done a Thriller style music video to me. Like I remember the day Thriller came out, and I lost my shit, bro. Like lost my entire shit. You know, the Don't Stop Me Get Enough music video. The Blame It on the Boogie, even though it was the Jackson 5 and shit. Like. It's just he did something. He did things that nobody at the time was doing. Period.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The people that he was in league with were the best at what they were doing at that time. So you know, Drake to come out now and he's on that level. It's like, okay, maybe sales wise, when we talk about that's just not even ancillary. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like it's not even total sales. It's not it's just at the end of the day. He sits courtside and talks shit to the basketball players, which I mean, I'm not hating for it, but that's cool. I mean, he's at that level. Not everybody's there, but like I said, he ain't had no video games. He ain't had like the Drake jacket that like the dope was there thing that everybody wearing. You know what I mean? Right. Like it's just
people ain't dressing up for Halloween as Drake.
Yeah, facts.
People would dress up for Halloween as Michael.
Or it still do.
Still
like,
do.
Not even they used to, like, still do to this day, still dressing up like Michael.
Right. He's an icon.
Yeah, I don't know who brought that damn topic up or where it came from, but throw that shit back in the trash.
Take it back where it belongs.
No disrespect to Drake and what he's doing now, but please don't bring that one back up ever again. We stomp it out. We throw it in the trash. No more of that. Cool. All right, our next segment is called Two Flu Top 22. All right, so here's what's going to happen. The tagline or the baseline is going to be, what are your top 2 blank? I'm going to say 11 different things, and you got to tell me what your top 2 of them are. So it may be something like, what are your top 2 sneakers?
Yeah.
Right? And you just give me your top 2. The trick of it is you got 2 minutes to get through all 11 topics.
All right, we can do that.
All right, here we go.
Ready.
What are your top 2 restaurants?
Budokan and Kevin Rathbun.
Funny movies.
Friday and Money Talks.
Game shows.
The Price is Right and probably Jeopardy.
Amusement parks.
Six Flags and both Six Flags, the one in Georgia and the one in New Jersey.
I like it.
Interesting.
Holidays.
Thanksgiving, and my birthday.
Like it.
That part.
Cereals.
Cinnamon Toast Crunch and Captain Crunch Berries.
Okay.
Vacation destinations.
Puerto Rico and Miami, because I'm not allowed to leave the country.
Okay. Board games.
Taboo and categories.
Okay. Ways to relax.
Getting massages and float spa.
Okay. Things to pack when you travel.
Sneakers and hats.
Okay.
And the last one is movie quotes.
Sit your $5 ass down before I make change. And slid down a razor blade slide and landed in a pool of alcohol.
Yeah.
And that is, we stop it at 22 seconds. I think you might have got it done faster than that. Might have been the best time.
That was the best.
It might have been the best time. I think the previous one was like down to 15 seconds. So there it is. Y'all learned a little bit more about OhShit.
Yeah, Budokan is that restaurant. Like, that's the only thing. Like, I be missing New York so bad, and that Budokan is the main reason why I be missing New York. I be thinking about that joint like every week. That is definitely my favorite restaurant in New York.
Hey, you know it's good if you're thinking about it like that, for sure.
Yeah, I definitely.
Make sure you take a quick trip and hit that up. What's your favorite meal there?
Favorite meal? There's like this appetizer tower thing, and I just get that. And then I get like I think it's a lobster rice. Every time I go, I try to get something different, but like everything is slamming in there.
Nice. Well, there it is. Make sure y'all hit it up.
Yeah, I'm gonna check that out.
All right, we just got a few more questions to go. This next one is 2 words of wisdom. So, what's the best piece of advice you could give people using just 2 words?
Be yourself.
Damn. I love it.
I love it. Let me write it down. Look, we always make sure we keep these so we can put them back up. Be yourself. Yes, indeed. Cool. All right. So with that said, we, like I said, are coming close to the end. What's next for Rich? What's next for you, man? What you got on deck?
Well, right now I'm still just trying to build my drip empire. Like, eventually I would like to open up another shop, get into apparel, get into having my tattoo aftercare brand, and finally doing the ink line that I was telling you about. So hopefully, one thing at a time, but we'll get there whenever time comes. Oh,
no doubt. You're definitely going to get there. Absolutely. And the last question, as always, is where can people find you online?
You can find me online at driptattooco.com, and you can find me on Instagram at OhShit, SAD. And same on Twitter, but I don't really be on Twitter like that no more.
You want to give them the address to the shop?
The address is 6598 Tower Boulevard, Jonesboro, Georgia, 30236. Make sure you come check me out.
No doubt. You already heard him. He said he only like 15 minutes from the airport. So fly in and head straight there and get you some things and then do what else you got to do. Get your Georgia trip started right. Get you some ink. Some ink therapy.
I'm coming through. When it's time for me to do that, I'm coming through. We going to Atlanta. We going your tattoo be about.
There it is. Well, listen, Rich. Oh shit, whatever you want to call it. We appreciate you coming. Look, we appreciate you coming on, bro. Like, definitely humble dude. Like I reached out and you was like, yeah, let's do it. It don't always be like that. Sometimes, people get in their head and they be like, well, I'm too much to talk to anybody, and you didn't act like that at all. So we definitely appreciate you coming on, man. Much success to you, and keep doing your thing. Any last words you want to say to the people, and then we're gonna have Donnie shut us out.
Yeah, I just want to say, keep it a stack, keep it 100. Make sure you be yourself, and make sure that you're the best representation of yourself. You don't want to look back in 10 years and be like, you know what, I was an asshole.
Yeah, facts.
I literally just said that earlier. You have no idea how on time that was. Okay, all right. Well, listen, as Baker said, man, we appreciate you you being on, man. I was excited, man. Like I said, I'm an avid watcher of Black Ink Chicago and Black Ink New York. So when he said that you would agree, I was like, oh, okay, that's the guy right there. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I definitely actually wanted to ask more questions, but I figured I'd let it be. You know what I mean? Yeah. This is about you. You know what I'm saying? We wanted to celebrate you, and that was more important.
No, I appreciate that. I appreciate the love, fellas. Word up.
No doubt. Definitely gonna be watching and sponsoring, and we got friends and family in Atlanta, so we definitely gonna be directing them.
Yeah. Make sure whenever you touch down, just hit me up.
Absolutely,
it's going down. Please believe, man. So, without further ado, all I'm gonna say is we appreciate you. Make sure you like and subscribe. Oh shit, man! Make sure you follow that brother and support him, lift him up. That Tattoo Collective. Make sure that y'all like and support as well. Follow and like Two Blue West. This is what we do. We here weekly. Stay tuned, and the rest, as they say, is history. So we about to let the planes fly. Everybody have a good weekend. Stay safe, and as OhShit said, be yourself.
Yes, sir.